In honor of conspiracy theorists all over the world being proven right lately, I'm going to tell you guys the wildest conspiracy theory that I think I'm starting to believe. And it does have ties to Epstein, Scientology, the CIA, the Mossad, black magic, Gnosticism, baby farms. If the rabbit hole had a rabbit hole that had a rabbit hole, this is what we are about to go down. So get the hell out of here if this is not for you. But if it is, just bear with me. I'm going to share some information with you that I don't know what to do with. We'll leave it at that. This is the founder of Scientology. His name is L. Ron Hubbard. He grew up as a Navy brat and had some ties with naval intelligence, some crossovers, some connections while he was growing up. His known war history has been mocked. I have mocked it. Scientology, the Church of Scientology, the organization, shows him as this great war hero. But if you look at his war history, there's fabrications, there's embarrassments. He got control, I guess, of a submarine for 5 seconds and decided that an ore deposit was another submarine and fired on it. I think he got disqualified, like booted. Now might actually be a good time, if you don't know me, for me to let you know that I'm an ex-Scientologist. I'm a third generation born in, and my parents were both fanatics. And I think they did some espionage. Just gonna put that out there. Of course, how could they not? Scientology is known for espionage. In fact, when a handful of their members went to prison for a huge coup, they had 5,000 agents. So there are 4,989 other people out here in the world who never got charges, who were spies for Scientology, like back in the day. So keep that in mind. After he got out of the Navy, after like World War II, L. Ron Hubbard showed up at a guy named Jack Parsons' house, this big bohemian mansion in Pasadena, California. And there was an ad in the paper calling like artists and bohemians and occultists to come and rent rooms there. So L. Ron Hubbard shows up, and wild scene. I mean, honestly, if I could go anywhere in history, I would like to go to that house. So Jack Parsons, if you're not familiar, he was one of the forerunners of what's called the Suicide Squad. They're a bunch of rocket guys. They started rockets in the United States, rocket fuel, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. They worked with Caltech, and they were called the Suicide Squad because they used to go into the hills there in California and like blow shit up, right? One of those guys was named Malia. Remember that. Another one was Jack Parsons. So they got contracts with the government to develop rocket fuel, because if they could have a stable rocket fuel, obviously missiles, jet engines, all the things for war. Now, on the side, when he wasn't doing this, Jack Parsons had this house full of bohemians, and everybody was having orgies, and they were practicing black magic. It was wild times, guys. Wild times. I mean, if you need a theme for your next party, the parsonage, that's the theme, baby. That's the theme. Maybe that's a vibe. Velvet, tassels, dark amber lighting. Yeah. So Jack, he's married to a woman who gets tired of his BS. She goes out for a little bit. When she comes back, her little sister, screwing her husband, wearing her clothes, sitting in her chair, smoking her cigarettes, doing the whole thing, wearing her velvet and her tassels. Helen, that was the older sister's name. She's like, I'm out of here. Y'all are nuts. Well, Sarah was pretty young. That's the sister. They start doing some pretty serious stuff. They start L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology founder, Jack Parsons. They start having ritualistic magic sex. There's a black cube involved. There's incantations. They're trying to bring about what is called the Whore of Babylon, which is a redhead, like a deity to bring forth. Now, keep in mind, this was pre-moon, and these guys were obsessed with going to the moon. So some say that they wanted to bring forth a child who would actually go to the moon and like develop the technology, all that. Others say it's an incantation of, again, the Whore of Babylon, We're talking about an ancient deity that you are incanting into a new body. Okay? Which is eerily similar in tracing back to a lot of things that say like the Nephilim walked the earth and then they were disembodied and we need to, get them back and put them into bodies. So they do this. Some people believe that this was a successful magic spell and the entire history was changed since that moment because they did open a portal. I'm not sure how to prove or disprove that, but Meanwhile, L. Ron Hubbard and Sarah develop a plan. They're going to go buy boats over on the East Coast, sail them back through the Panama Canal, sell them on the West Coast, make a profit. They get Jack to go along with this. He gives all his money. Those two bail and basically stiff Jack. Don't give him his money. He had to sue later. So he stole Jack Parsons' woman. Sarah's like, she's young, but she's no joke. She is an occultist baby girl. Her sister, her older sister, was doing sex magic. She was aware as like a younger person. This was all up in her life. And actually, Sarah, after everything with L. Ron Hubbard was over and she ended up leaving and all that, she was a devoted OTO, Ordo Templis Orientis, practicing sorceress for like her whole life. So this was not a fad for her. And she was raised on she knew this stuff. This was her core belief system. It wasn't long after this that Sarah was there helping L. Ron Hubbard come up with the basic ideas for Scientology. And a lot of it was based on Aleister Crowley, on magic, on occultism, on ritualistic, energetic stuff. The things that are taught in secret meetings with secret handshakes at secret temples. Things that have to do with sacrifice and blood magic. And, you understand what I'm saying? Pure occultism. So she and Hubbard run away. And then while he's with her, he writes the first book that has to do with the starting of Scientology and what it's all based on. Meanwhile, what's going on with some of the other crew of the Suicide Squad back then? Well, I don't know. Maybe Frank's son is now grown up and currently married to Ghislaine Maxwell's sister. What? I have so much more to say. There's more coming. Kudos to you if you got this far. This is it's crazy. It sounds crazy. I know.